1.2 Part A, College Algebra. This is all about equations. So the skills required for this is solving all levels of equations, solving proportions, adding and subtracting rational expressions to solve, and then find the x and y intercepts of the equation algebraically. All right, so here's a quick example. Solve the equation. You have 0.25x plus 0.5 parentheses 20 minus x equals 5. So you are going to distribute there. So you have 0.25x plus 0.5 times 20 is 10. And then minus 0.5x is equal to 5. So again, you're just combining like terms now. So when you combine your x's, you get a negative 0.25x plus 10 equals 5. Subtract 10 on both sides. You get negative 0.25x equals negative 5. You know the routine. Divide by negative 0.25 on both sides. And you are left with x is equal to 20. All right, solve the equation. You have 4x over 9 minus 3x over 4 equals 5. So you need to think LCD for this, all right? So the LCD that I went with is simply 9 times 4, which is 36. So when I do that, I have 4x times 4 over 36 minus 3x times 9 over 36. And then I went ahead, because if I do this, I can cancel out the denominator, 180 over 36, which is 5 times 36. So then now I can simplify on top, and I get 16x minus 27x equals 180. And then I combine like terms, and I get negative 11x equals 180. Divide both by a negative 11. And x is equal to exactly that, negative 180 over 11, if you want a nice, precise answer. All right, so this says solve the equation. This really is an example of a proportion, which means I can, so this is proportion, so have that in your head. Hopefully this makes it easy. So I'm going to cross multiply. So when I do that, I have 10 times 3x minus 5 is equal to 9 times 3x plus 7. So now I distribute, and I get 30x minus 50 is equal to 27x plus 63. So now I start combining what I can. I'm going to move the 27x over here. So then I get 3x minus 50 is equal to 63. Add 50. And you get 3x is equal to 113. Divide by 3. And x is equal to 113 divided by 3. So leave it in that type of fraction. Okay, so this solved the equation. We have some fractions to deal with. But notice right now, the fractions we have the same denominator. So I'm going to move things to be on the same side. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract a minus 7 over x. Because when I do that, I'm left with my 10. But 10 minus 7 is 3 over x, okay, is equal to 8. Because, again, they had the same denominator, so I could actually simplify those together. So now I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides, and I get 3 over x is equal to a negative 2. And then I'm just simply going to cross multiply. When I do that, though, I'm going to put this over 1. So then I get 3 is equal to negative 2x. And now I divide both sides by a negative 2. And you're left with an x is equal to negative 3 over 2. All right, so we're solving here. I want to get this basically where I can do the proportional work. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 5 on both sides of that equal sign. And when I do so, 12 minus 5 is 7, equal to now 7 over x minus 3. So then now I can put that 7 over 1 and cross multiply, which getting us 7 parentheses x minus 3 is equal to 7, which is fine and dandy. So I'm going to divide both sides by 7. And I get x minus 3 is equal to 1. So then there's just one part left. Add 3, x equals 4. Now, let's just say you would have distributed here and got 7x minus 21 is equal to 7. And then if you notice, you add 21, 7x equals 28. Divide by 7, x is still equal to 4. All right, so here we go. We have to find the LCD. And the LCD for this is simply x times x plus 1. And we have to do that math. So this first one is going to be 3 times x plus 1 over x plus 1. And we can talk about restrictions with this. Plus 7 times x over x times x plus 1 equals, and you think about it, 0 times what? So 0 times x plus 1 all over x times x plus 1. But that's no big deal because 0 times anything is 0. So now we're going to look at the stuff on the top. And we get 3x plus 3 plus 7x is equal to 0. So then I combine like terms and I get 10x plus 3 is equal to 0. Subtract 3 from both sides. So I have 10x is equal to negative 3. Divide both sides by 10. And x is equal to negative 3 over 10, which wouldn't be in the restrictions because x can't be 0, x can't be negative 1 for this to actually solve this. So that is that. All right, so no big deal. This just has more going on. But again, you still need to go LCD is simply x minus 2, x plus 2, because that's what x squared minus 4 factors. So then you start going through. So this one needs to be 1 times x plus 2 over our x minus 2, x plus 2, minus 1 times x minus 2 over our x minus 2, x plus 2, equals, and this is already there, 5 over x minus 2, x plus 2. So then now I've got the same denominator, so I can do my math on top. So I have x plus 2 minus, don't get bamboozled here, x plus 2 is equal to 5. And when I continue, my x's actually cancel, and I get 4 is equal to 5, which would be no solution. And then the other type of problem has to do with finding the x and y intercept. So when we're finding the x-intercept, think about where that is. The x-intercept is y is equal to 0. So then we go 4x plus 5 times 0 is equal to 15, which gives us 4x is equal to 15. So x is equal to 15 over 4. And then now the y-intercept is where x is equal to 0. So I now replace 4 times 0 plus 5y is equal to 15. So 5y is equal to 15. Y is equal to 3. So if they asked me to write it as an ordered pair, I would write my x-intercept as 15 over 4, comma 0, and my y-intercept as 0, comma 3. And that's the x and y intercept algebraically.